Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the IWC Radio podcast. Joining me tonight for our Stomping Grounds preview show, Chucks and Will. How's it going? How you guys doing?
It's all right. Doing fine. We've got no wild cards on the show, unfortunately.
Well,
they've all been used up this week, and some of next week's as well.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Before we get started here, hold on. I'm parched, so there we go.
That
is a
long one.
That is a 7-Up bottle. One of my last ones here.
Seriously, I'm drinking 7-Up as well.
There we go. It's a 16-ounce, which is 500 milliliters. I think that's metric over there, right?
Yeah.
All right. All right, we'll pretend that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's basically something that you would almost get out of like a vending machine if you find one that still sells bottles. I feel.
I'm drinking 7-Up as well. Although the market is 7-Up free over here because it's got no sugar in it. Not because it's free, because actually it costs £1.20.
Yeah. I was about to say, you had my attention there. It was like, free?
The whole thing is a lie.
Yeah. No, it's also caffeine free over here. Like in the little
I think this is too.
Yeah. But it tastes great, so. Yeah,
I feel like we need a tagline for the show now, because WWE seems to be putting taglines on everything.
IWC Radio, it's free.
Super Showdown was equal to or greater than WrestleMania.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Stomping Grounds. It's time to kick ass and take names.
We had one for a while. I think it was just fuck 'em.
Yeah, that'll do. That works. But you have to say every time you say IWC Radio.
Right.
Welcome.
Like roadblock end of the line. Yeah. Say it all.
Oh god, yeah. I forgot about that. I don't want to remember those old shows, man. God.
What about Great Balls of Fire? That was around this time last year.
That's true, yeah. Was it last year? It had to be like 2 years ago, I feel. Because Enzo was still with the company. That's like that's my only association with Great Balls of Fire, I feel, is that Enzo was still with the company.
2 years ago, you're right, July 2017.
Yeah.
Man.
Time flies, man.
It does. We still haven't had that Lesnar Samoa Joe rematch.
Oh, God, yeah, seriously.
That was good stuff.
Yeah, we've got a whole bunch of matches to predict. 9, in fact. A quick glimpse into SmackDown and Raw. And, that's pretty much what we've got on tap. I don't think there's much news to talk about, unless I'm forgetting something really abhorrent.
There's nothing huge. I mean, not really for you, but the biggest news over here is that WWE have changed their broadcaster over here.
Oh, yeah?
It's been with Sky Sports for 30 years, which I didn't realise it was that long.
Jesus.
As of January, it will be with BT Sports, which has been rumoured for a while, but it was confirmed later last week. I don't know where we are. But yeah, from January they'll be airing Raw and SmackDown live, and strangely still airing the pay-per-views on pay-per-view, which I don't really understand why anyone would buy a pay-per-view anymore. But there you go.
There you go. Should we get into the prediction game, I hope?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, where's the papers?
Let's do that. I got some papers. They don't really rustle anymore. It's a new pad. Luckily, I've got it on the right page, so I don't even need to. I'm so organised now. It's only taken 5 years.
You actually prepared for this?
Really?
I've written down the matches. I've even written down my predictions.
Oh.
So I don't have to stall for time. It's going to fly right through. We don't have a pre-show. at least not one announced. So I'll just start off with the non-title matches. We have seven title matches out of 9, so basically Night of Champions.
Stomping Grounds, the night where almost all the champions are on the line.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost.
No Raw tag, because that's on the Revival. Yeah, you can't push the Revival. We don't like them again this week, apparently. So let's start off with...
They've had real problems apparently selling tickets for this.
I'm not surprised. It's called Stomping Grounds.
Well, yeah. Apparently there was a rumour earlier on this week that they were doing 2-for-1 tickets. Which shows you where sales are at.
It just keeps getting worse, doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
They can't seem to do anything right.
Thing is though, if ticket sales, I mean, we're getting into a bigger story here, but if ticket sales are going down, that's where it's going to hit them, and where the money is. So you might actually do something about it.
They'll be okay with the new TV deal.
Well,
but with ratings going down and live attendance going down, and nearly their whole roster wanted to jump to AEW. When this deal runs out they've got like 5 years or something. You've got a long time. But if they can't turn it around, then surely that's it. That is roadblock end of the line. It's bad. They need to work out what they're doing and change some things.
The buck stops with Vince. I mean, that's pretty much what the problem is.
Agreed.
Yeah. Definitely.
So anyway.
Let's start off. We're going non-title tag team match here. New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
All right.
When's this happening again?
I don't know.
Okay. I'd go with New Day.
Go with New Day.
Yeah.
Oh, whoops, hold on. Sorry, showing up as purple there for you. That might be a sign.
I'll take the win. It's fine.
Yeah, from what I've seen, I've been kind of like skimming some of the shows the past couple of weeks because it's just pretty much like when's AEW starting up in the fall.
Yeah, agreed.
So yeah, I haven't been like well versed on Raw and SmackDown as I usually have been.
I'm the same. It used to be a case where obviously it's different for you guys in America, but I'd record Raw and as soon as you got home from work or whatever, it'd be one of the first things you watched.
Yeah.
Now I didn't even realise I hadn't watched it till Thursday.
Yeah.
So that tells you where it's at.
This past Monday, I missed like the first hour because I was doing stuff on stream, and I was just like, you know what, I'll finish this up first, and then I think it was the Rocket League. I think it was Rocket League I was working on, some of the '80s gimmicks and such.
I'm sure that was a lot more fun.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with New Day. I think there kind of needs to be some sort of comeuppance for them for what Owens did, I feel, and Sami Zayn's just kind of like lumped into this now for some reason. Big E's like back in action, so this is like his first match, I think, since coming off the bench with that knee injury.
Yeah.
So I'll go with New Day, sure.
I'm not going for the New Day.
Really?
I think Owens and Zayn are winning.
Wow.
Because they lost so badly to Kofi and Rollins on SmackDown. I guess they just kind of need it.
I kind of want to agree with you on that. Yeah. I kind of want to change. I'll stick with what I got.
Okay, the only other non-title match is Drew Reigns? That's not right. Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. This is a rematch from WrestleMania. Roman Reigns won there. I don't know if that means anything. Are they going to 50-50 now?
Yeah. Yeah.
McIntyre win?
Yeah, I'll go with McIntyre.
Wow.
Mainly because he's got Shane McMahon in his back pocket. You know? And they're like, it's kind of like they're hinting at a stable with this. With like Shane McMahon, Drew McIntyre, and the Revival for some reason.
And Elias.
And Elias, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the Millionaires Club, but with like only one millionaire. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with McIntyre here.
I will too. I think it's crazy that they're beating Reigns so much, but it really doesn't matter. He's not over anyway. No one actually cares about this guy. And I think that, yeah, maybe Shane gets involved again. Costs him the match, and then because McIntyre needs the win after all of this. He hasn't done anything since WrestleMania. He was supposed to be a big challenger. He needs this. And then you can go back to Reigns and Shane, which is obviously an unresolved thing after Saudi Arabia. So, Drew wins, goes on to challenge Seth Rollins. Reigns loses. Fights Shane again.
There's also, like, Miz and Shane, which is still an unresolved feud as well.
Yeah, that too. Shane just wins. Shane wins in the end, always.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know why. Maybe that's part of the problem. It's like Shane McMahon's just constantly winning.
That is definitely a problem, yeah.
It really wasn't pointed out to me until recently. I was like, you know what? Shane's been winning a lot of matches for just assumingly no reason. And like with AEW around the corner, is this really your best answer? Just let's have Shane McMahon, like 50-year-old Shane McMahon, beating the fuck out of everybody. Like,
do you think, and I kind of do, that Shane could end up winning a world title soon?
Yeah, I can see it.
Vince did it.
He's best in the world, man. Of course he can.
He's the best in the world.
Of course he can do it.
He's feuding with Reigns, which is only a step away from Rollins. He's also run through, Miz, Reigns now. Kofi could happen. He doesn't have many good challenges on the SmackDown side. It could be Shane. That's the kind of thing he would do. I don't know. I think it could happen fairly soon.
Yeah, I can see.
To quote Rusev, it's normal. He's the boss's son. I feel bad for Rusev, man.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for him. He's one I would love to see in AEW. Make like a fucking killing off of it too. Him and Lana.
Yeah.
I think he has to go there when his contract's up.
Yeah.
He really doesn't seem happy.
Yeah, I agree. Will, who you got? McIntyre or Reigns?
McIntyre.
McIntyre, okay.
Wow. I don't think that will be such a popular choice. They're really giving up on Reigns, aren't they? He's not the guy.
They kind of have. Yeah, it's remarkable.
But Reigns himself doesn't seem to care about anything either. He's like so unenthusiastic whenever he does anything. Maybe that's the character, I don't know. But his entrance is really boring. His music's really boring. And his matches are the same every time. And not even very good.
Yeah, I was just watching Raw this week. There was literally no reaction for him.
Yeah.
He's walking down the ramp and literally they were silent there.
Yeah.
So.
Because I think people don't like him, but he's just recovered from cancer. We can't
You-
boo him.
Yeah.
You can't like nobody could hear.
Like, what am I doing here? Yeah. Alright then. Cruiserweight title is probably going to end up on the pre-show. Tony Nese is the champion. He is defending against both Drew Gulak and Akira Tozawa.
Nice is the champion still, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a triple threat. Some wacky shit could happen. Tozawa could hit his finisher on like Nice or whatever, and then Gulak comes out of nowhere for the steal, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'll say Nice. I think Nice retains.
I'm gonna go with Nice as well.
We're like a month away from, actually 2 months away from SummerSlam. Yeah, I'll say Nice. Sorry.
What, you think he's going to lose at SummerSlam?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nice too. These cruiserweights seem to hold the belt for a little while.
Yeah.
So,
And you said Nice as well? Will, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I was thinking about maybe Gulak. It might be his time. Probably not.
Yeah, it could be. But nah.
I also need the points. So.
Yeah. US title. I've written down a prediction here, but I actually think I'm wrong. United States title. So Samoa Joe is defending against Ricochet.
O'Shea.
Oh shit.
And Thunder. I can't do a good thunder noise, sorry. Or no, it's one and only, yeah. And then Rick O'Shea.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I'll go with Samoa Joe. They just had this fiasco with the whole US title and Rey Mysterio and whatnot, and this whole fucking shenanigans about it. I can't see them just dropping the title to Ricochet unless it's that stupid fucking spot where he gets him in the choke and he's on his back, and then the ref counts to 3, and then Samoa Joe's like, "Oh, what happened?" They always fucking do, and I hate it. Even in TNA, I could not stand that.
Yeah.
It's such a lousy spot. I hate when they fucking do that shit. It makes the guy that's applying his own submission hold look like a complete buffoon, and I hate it. Anyway, Samoa Joe to retain, for the love of God.
Yeah, I'll go with Joe as well, for the love of God.
For the love of God. I did think that.
Uh-oh.
But I'm changing my mind.
No.
Because...
Come on!
I know. They wanted Rey Mysterio to win it.
So you think it might be
with
another...
him injured,
yeah.
I think they're just going right back to it. They chose the guy on the roster who is the closest to Rey to just fill in that spot. So we're going to have another finish where
God.
maybe it's in the choke or something else. He gets rolled up, or he does the flip over out of the choke and pins him. Joe looks all surprised. Oh, what? I can't believe I just lost it again. And Ricochet's a new champion. He has lost a few matches, and that usually means the start of a push.
It's true.
Mm.
Now I want to change my pick. God damn it.
Being too convincing. Okay, next one up is the SmackDown Tag. So we have the Planet's Champions, Daniel Bryan, hometown Daniel Bryan, home state Daniel Bryan at least, and Rowan versus Otis Heavy and Tucker Machinery. I don't know why these guys are the challengers, but
that would be
you
interesting.
got on SmackDown, I guess.
Yeah, that would be interesting if that was actually their last names.
Well, they don't have last names anymore. Not allowed.
Oh, that's true, yeah. I mean, it's got to be Bryan and Rowan, right? Like,
You'd think.
You'd think so. Mm.
I mean, the Heavy Machinery, they're not really a threat, but like I could also see them wiggling and jiggling with the tag titles, you know?
Yeah. They got the 1 week push, so it could be that Vince just really likes them this week.
This pay-per-view is gonna wreck me, man. I already hate this. I'll go with... If this is on the pre-show, I think Bryan and Rowan retain. If it's not, I kind of want to go with Heavy Machinery a little bit.
In Washington, I can't imagine they'd put Daniel Bryan on the pre-show.
I could. You can't just, assume anything with this fucking company anymore.
That's true. Absolutely right. But still.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'll go with... I'll play it safe here, what I think is safe, and go with just Bryan and Rowan.
Okay.
I hope. Man, I
do
hope.
the same.
Man, I hope. Will.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. Bryan and Rowan.
And I think it's going to absolutely kill Heavy Machinery to have a match against hometown Daniel Bryan. He's going to be over huge.
Washington's own.
They could try to do the Daniel Bryan thing. They have him do the promo at the start, running down the state of Washington for being, I don't know, not green enough or whatever. I don't know if that'll work either. Anyway, we'll see.
Yeah, we shall see.
SmackDown Women. We've got Bayley defending against Alexa Bliss from Raw. This could shake things up.
Time to shake things up again.
Yeah.
Would that mean that Alexa becomes like a SmackDown star?
Possibly.
Or
because
just...
apparently Becky is now on Raw. Becky's now a Raw talent. Even though she was on SmackDown.
Yeah, but she got the Raw belt, hasn't she?
Yeah, but she was assigned to SmackDown, won both belts, only lost the SmackDown one. So you'd think she could still be on both shows, but instead she just got moved to Raw.
Just combine the fucking shows already, please. Just...
They pretty much have, haven't they?
Oh my god. I shouldn't need to require like a handbook to figure out who's on what show. Like, it's not worth it. Like, just at all. Anyway.
Did you see Kevin Owens' comment on this week?
What did he say?
He's not a fan of it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either. He's not wrong.
He was interviewed on, I think it was a podcast of some sort, and he just said, I guess it was supposed to be 4 guys, but now really 10 guys show up on one night, 3 guys show up the next, whatever.
Yeah, that's the wild card rule, which is not really, helping out either.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. I just mix the shows together again, okay?
Well, I said, I think they have an old name.
Anyway.
Sorry.
I just that was a complete derail. I'm sorry.
Bayley or Alexa?
You had Bayley on, what was it, Moment of Bliss this past week, and Alexa just pretty much said that, you only peaked in NXT, which, honestly, who hasn't?
Yeah.
I feel like everybody peaks in NXT and there's just nothing on the main roster. I kind of feel like Alexa's gotta win it. She's got Nikki Cross in her back pocket. I think maybe Nikki does something to Bayley during the match, like picks the leg or trips her up or something like that, and then Alexa, essentially costs her the Women's Championship. So I'll go with Alexa.
I don't know if I've missed anything, but they seem to be only doing something with Alexa. you've not really seen much of Bailey, otherwise, apart from she just appears when there's a match on.
Yeah.
There seems to be obviously giving Alexa a story with Nikki. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Alexa anyway.
Okay. What did you say, Smoot? Did you go for Alexa too?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right. I'm going for Bailey, just because I think it would be weird for the Raw one to win the SmackDown belt. But hey, strange things have happened.
Yeah. Do you think maybe this might open the door to Sasha coming back from whatever obscurity she's currently in?
Could be.
Could be. She was retweeting AEW tweets again the other day. So.
Oh, well.
Maybe not.
All right.
Becky then. Becky has Lacey Evans again for the second time. It wasn't great the first time, but we're going back to it.
I think Becky's got to retain here.
Yeah, Becky's got to win this one.
Although I will, admittedly, I don't think Becky with the title has been really that popular as of late. But I think of the two, I think it would still be a much better choice to have Becky retain over Lacey Evans, who's still kind of fresh and new to the scene, you know? So.
Yeah. I've got Becky written down here as well, but now I'm thinking that they wouldn't have her lose 2 in a row. I'm changing my mind on this one.
Oh my god. You're killing me. You're killing me with this.
I think you're right. It would be stupid not to have Becky win, but I am changing my mind. I'm going for Lacey Evans to win this
god.
one.
Really?
Either I'm gonna win a bunch or I'm gonna lose a bunch on this fucking
I
pay-per-view.
could kill my game right at the start of the year. Yeah. I think she could win it somehow.
She could win it, but maybe not the title.
That's a possibility. Yeah.
Which I don't know what kind of a schmaz would ensue, but maybe
It could be something like that.
maybe the referee finds the wet nap that she pulls out like a disqualification or something. I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah, I just don't know that they would have Becky win twice. Lacey's only just started wrestling. They wouldn't start her off like that, surely. Kofi then is defending the WWE title against Dolph Ziggler in a steel cage.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Second
also,
steel cage in a row.
Also, Will, who did you pick? Becky or Lacey?
Becky.
Okay.
Becky.
Gotcha. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Steel cage. Yeah, you're right.
Steel cage.
I forgot about this. Yeah, second steel cage in a row. Hopefully not one where Shane comes out as the winner again.
Well, you might.
I mean, it does open the door. Like I said, this is the thing with steel cage matches. Whenever
It does open the door, or you could go over the top.
That's true, yeah. Thank you. Whenever somebody's like hanging on that other side, on the top of the scaffolding of the cage, why not just drop down, you know?
Because you get pulled back in.
Well, I mean,
Totally.
You just clobber the
Makes
guy
no
and then
sense.
drop, yeah. Just waylay him a couple of times and then just fall.
Climb really slowly over, leave one leg hanging back inside,
Ugh.
and as soon as someone touches your foot, you just start climbing back in.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
it's so dumb. I hate it.
Yeah. I hate the escape rules
Yeah,
in cage matches. It doesn't resolve the thing that it's supposed to resolve.
yeah. And who's it, like, keeping out?
Well, presumably the New Day,
Right. Right. Forgot about that.
but they're not going to be there anyway. They've got their own match.
Yeah.
You can just ban them from ringside. Their faces, they would
They would oblige. Yeah.
They would oblige.
I think what will happen here is maybe I kind of want them to repeat the same spot they did with Shane for Ziggler, where he's like over on the other side and then he just drops and then he wins the title. But is that going to happen? No, it won't.
Well, Ziggler's not going to wrestle in a t-shirt.
It's true. I'm just saying, like, he could just fall. He doesn't have to escape from like a t-shirt or anything like that. He just gets clobbered. Kofi's like, "Oh, what have I done?" You know. But I don't think Ziggler's gonna win the title. Sorry, I think Kofi's gonna retain. It'd be cool if Ziggler wins it, but I think you're too little 5 years late on that. If not longer. Maybe, I would say maybe 8. Go with 8 years. Sorry.
8 years too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Kofi too.
Okay. And Will?
Yeah, Kofi.
Okay. Alright.
And I will also throw out that I think there's a possibility that Brock Lesnar shows up and cashes in on Kofi.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll put that as an extra point here.
Just saying.
Kofi, okay.
And then the last one, maybe main event, is Seth Rollins. Again, versus Baron Corbin with a special guest referee. We don't know who it's going to be, but there will be a special referee.
Yeah, and the whole story is that, Rollins has been attacking everybody that's either wanting the job or in a referee shirt with a steel
Anyone
chair.
associating with Corbin. He even beat up the B team, but not Matt Hardy or Senor Benjamin. They got away with it for some reason.
Yeah, that was weird. I don't know why you didn't go after them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who the ref could be. Could it? You know what? It could be Shane. It could be Shane. To throw into another storyline he doesn't belong in.
Yeah.
And then that gets Corbin the title, but then if Corbin wins, then you still have to worry about Lesnar with the Money in the Bank case. I think the payoff... I don't know. I think the payoff is going to be something where Corbin has the title, but he doesn't realize that Lesnar has the case, and he just gets absolutely, fucking mowed over. Like a buffoon that he is. Or his character, at least.
Yeah, could be.
Yeah.
Who else have we got not booked on this show to be the special referee?
Literally everybody else.
Yeah, but I'm thinking someone who's like, someone relevant. So not, Randy Orton, but someone who's actually on the shows regularly, who isn't booked. Really anyone, is there?
Could be Bray Wyatt. Wouldn't make any sense, but it could be him.
No sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to debut on Raw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that. For the match itself, I think... I think it's got to be Corbin. I think I'll spend my one bold take here. My one bold pick. Being on the Universal title. Like, I don't see how Rollins could win unless the special referee that Corbin picks gets knocked down. Then a normal referee comes out, makes the decisive 3 count, and then, 1, 2, 3, that's it. And then Shane...
That's probably what's going to happen.
Then Shane fires that ref. because the special referee is probably going to be Shane McMahon.
He's going to fire himself? Oh, the other ref.
Yeah, the ref that replaced him to make the 3 count.
Would be. If Corbin has one of his mates as the referee, why doesn't he just do a Montreal and just call for the belt? Why does any heel referee not just end the match immediately? Say,
That's true.
Seth Rollins verbally submitted.
Yeah, I heard him say he quit.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's a good point. It's a very good point. Who you got?
I don't think your prediction's that crazy. I think Corbin could do it. But I'm going for Rollins anyway, because I've predicted a lot of heels on this show.
I mean, I don't think... I'm not a fan of Corbin. I think he's pretty dull. And, you know, he is a pretty good bad guy. I'll give him that. But the fact that they keep throwing him in these, like, main events that people just do not give a shit about. And now, somehow, I guess that might translate to, you know, a title run. Albeit probably a brief one. But I think this might be a very good shot for Corbin to win it. If not the title to go along with it.
I'm gonna say, when you say brief, I think it's gonna be very brief. As in, a certain Mr. Lesnar will make his presence felt. Not long after the match.
Yeah.
I'll say Corbin wins, but Lesnar cashes in afterwards.
Oh God.
All right. So actually, we both think that Lesnar could show up.
Sorry.
Yeah, I could see.
There we go. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of with Will. Like, it could be a cash in there, but if Lesnar cashes in on Kofi, that eliminates the case, and then, you know, Corbin has nothing to worry about, which makes that outcome all more likely of happening. If, you know, Shane McMahon is like the special ref, which I'm personally predicting Shane McMahon is the special guest referee for that match.
Maybe that's how he gets involved in the title picture.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you might be far off it there.
So you know what? I'll go with no on the cash in, but if it does happen, I'll go and say it's on Kofi. What about you, Will? You'd say it would be after the match on Corbin with the cash in?
Yeah, Corbin wins the match, but loses eventually to Lesnar later on.
Okay. So Corbin there, okay. Who do you think's the special guest referee, Chucks, before we get out of this?
Special referee, yeah, I'm just looking at that, and I think the prime candidates are Bobby Lashley. It's probably not going to be AJ. Lashley, it could be Elias. Probably not Cesaro. It's a difficult one. It's not going to be Connor. Mojo Rawley. That could be fun.
God.
It could just be it could just be John Cone, right? It's just a referee.
It's just a normal ref, but they get their name acknowledged.
Yeah, exactly. Special. Robert Roode's mustache? No, it's not going to be him. Bobby Lashley. He used to be
Bobby!
Roman's old mate. They used to be friends.
Yeah. Didn't Rollins have like a match with Lashley not too long ago? Or maybe I'm thinking of Finn Balor.
Yeah. Finn Balor definitely did.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman isn't doing anything.
Yeah, but why would he be the ref? Yeah.
It's not going to be him.
Will, who you got? Who do you think's the...
Yeah, I was thinking, who's out at the minute that we haven't seen for a while?
Aleister Black's there. And Andrade.
Tell you what, I'm going out there pick.
Buddy Murphy? Sheamus!
Sheamus!
Wow, a returning Sheamus.
Who is still supposed to be on SmackDown, but that doesn't really mean anything.
No, that doesn't mean jack shit these days. There you have it.
Rusev.
Of course, we'll tag a Beams, make sure that he gets a fair shot at seeing all these and getting his picks in, hopefully before the show.
What's happened to Lars Sullivan? Have they just given up on this guy?
Apparently he has a knee injury.
Yeah, he was injured, yeah.
From, was it from Super Showdown or from something else? I don't remember.
Oh, that explains that, I suppose.
I think he really lost seeing the Super Showdown. That might have been it.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your picks for Stomping Grounds. Just looking over this, either Chuck's has ruined it or I've ruined it. Pretty much, I feel. And if I'm going down, I think I'm taking down Will with me as well, because we pretty much predicted.
Yeah,
some
you
of this.
guys have agreed on a lot.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, we'll see what happens. Stomping Grounds this Sunday.
Sunday.
On pay-per-view and the WWE Network.
Time to kick ass and take names.
Oh god.
Have to say it.
No, not everything needs a tagline to it. That one doesn't make any sense.
I know, but they made the rules.
I know, but like their own rules sometimes don't make any sense. Oh. Briefly talk about the 24/7 title, where R-Truth lost it to Drake Maverick and a couple of falsies that he was smuggling when he was dressed as Carmella in the parking lot, and then proceeded to carjack Dan Engler, the referee's rent-a-car, and drove it all the way to his wedding, it seems like, where R-Truth won it back.
He pinned R-Truth with his feet on the ropes. There was no ropes to put his feet on.
Hey, 24/7, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was an actual match at Drake Maverick's genuine wedding.
Yeah. And then his wife tweeted that she wants a divorce.
Yeah.
Is that a train? Sounds like a train in the background. Sorry about that. Let's see here. What else happened on this week's episode of Raw and SmackDown? The Viking.
Ember Moon got pretty pissy about donuts.
Yeah. This was really stupid. Here, let me pull this up.
I know they made fun of her book and then broke her Switch, but they weren't doing anything to her this week. Why did she wait a week before confronting them and throwing their donuts on the floor?
Yeah.
She did nothing last week, and then out of nowhere, no provocation, she decided to start a fight with them this week.
Yeah, this was really weird. So Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville were backstage for a reason, I guess, because they were there. Ember walks up and then just slaps the box of donuts out of Mandy's hand, which, for the record,
what color was the donut box, by the way?
It's Walmart brown, believe it or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not pink
Not
or
pink.
purple, then.
No, they straight up got the fucking Walmart special here. I actually have a box. I don't think I can throw up the webcam here at the moment, but I do have a box of them, of a 6-pack of exactly the same colored box that they have, if you will. But why is Mandy Rose, somebody who's on the cover of Muscle and Fitness Hers, and that they've been promoting for a couple of weeks, why are they having her just eat donuts backstage? That's first and foremost, okay? Then, Ember just walks up. I guess she's angry for, breaking, the video game being broken and whatnot, which didn't look like it was that bad. Ship it off to, like, Nintendo support. I'm sure they'll fix it up for you.
Well, Nintendo stuff is usually pretty strong. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah. Or just, you're a WWE employee, buy another one.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I get where they're trying to go with. They're trying to connect with, like, the younger audience and the video game crowd. But, like, come on, you're making bank. Come on. So that was one thing. Then after it was over, the camera crew got a shot of the backstage shipping case here, and then WWE tweeted this out initially, saying, one, Sonya Deville has snapped, and then two, we want that shirt because of celebration of Pride Month. That's understandable. And then me, when I enlarged the photo at the time, I noticed the little doodle on the box there, and I said, 3, in a quote retweet, can we talk about why that doodle on the box has someone saying something about a short bust, which, for those that are not familiar with the terminology, typically short bust is used to describe somebody who's not mentally competent or mentally impaired or something like that. And
yeah,
I don't know what that top part says. I can't really make out what that says, but yeah, that's kind of a bad look for a company that has, like, a tied interest with, like, the Special Olympics and all that, So seeing something like that's a little bit of a disappointment, I feel. So that's why I brought it up, and then they shortly after deleted the tweet, and they were like, "Oh shit, somebody call us out on our shenanigans, if you will." So there you go. Yeah, it's nothing to be up in arms about, but it's like, come on, what are you doing? Frame your shots better. Come on.
Yeah, someone should have realised for that when
Yeah, how did you not see that?
Like, just cover it up with, like, what was that guy's name? Frank's Box or whatever, Frank's Toolbox or something. A while back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking over here since we're on SmackDown. That exchange not even mentioned on the recap here. By the way, I just noticed. Heavy Machinery defeated B Team. Yeah, nothing really to mention. Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston defeated the Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens in the 2 out of 3 falls match. And Ziggler minced no words towards Kofi Kingston. Yep. Okay. Cool. On Raw. Let's see here. Yep. The Firefly Funhouse. We haven't mentioned that. We did mention Bray Wyatt for a little bit. We haven't discussed the finale, or what seems like the finale of the Firefly Funhouse, where Bray really wants you to let him in.
Yeah, still not quite sure where they're going with this, but...
Well, the mask looks crazy. It looks creepy.
Oh, yeah.
Still looks like something out of Payday or Twisted Metal, either or. Do you think he's probably just going to wrestle as the Fiend, I guess, if you will, as him?
Yeah, I think they have to.
Yeah. There's some theory going around I read the other day that Bray Wyatt is in some sort of mental institution, and this is his thoughts. So
yeah, there's been a lot of wild theories about that.
It could, in theory, be both characters.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool to see.
Well, I thought this was supposed to be like every creepypasta about, I was watching a kid's show and then there was one episode that was real creepy and then I never saw it again. You must have read lots of those.
Well, someone slowed the last video, someone slowed it down where it was flashing up all let me in and whatever.
Yeah.
I took pictures of abandoned mental institutions.
Huh.
Right.
So that's where this should come from. But
There's also a great theory from Lance Storm. I don't know if you heard that one.
Oh god.
no,
That all of these things are like an inside joke about WWE. That they are basically there to put smiles on faces. That's what they always say. But actually, they treat their employees like shit. And like there's a lot of bad stuff going on. Like on his door, it says, "Abandon hope, all ye who exit here."
Yeah.
yeah,
And recently they did that whole thing with Steph getting all of the talent together, telling them how great WWE was and how things aren't as good outside as they might seem. Like, it's exactly that. Like, no, outside is evil. You want to be in here. It's safe in here. There was obviously jokes about Huskus the pig, which is
Husky Harris.
basically the old Husky Harris.
Yeah.
yeah,
Saying you'll never be anything here unless you get in shape or whatever. There was the rabbit being smashed by a big hammer. Hammer, that's a late thing. When he was trying to speak out about what was really going on around here, theory being that was Dean Ambrose. So there are some things that actually link in.
Or CM
Yeah.
Punk.
Or CM Punk, yeah.
But he make great jam though.
He made great jam. But there's a lot of, if you watch it with that kind of in mind, a lot of them do
Read between
kind
the
of sync
lines.
up with stories. Yeah,
yeah.
it's all a bit like that.
I just want to know why there's got to be some sort of significance with that the picture that he painted being more and more crooked with each episode that he's done. If you notice.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like there's
Yeah.
something there that's like some sort of like broad takeaway that me being like a normal person can't decipher, but like I feel like there's something there about that. I don't know if it's like you're trying to like turn your head to maybe see something else in the picture, or
No, I don't think there's much more to it. It's just things are getting more and more crooked, I guess. Whether it be his mental state or whatever, things are just getting more and more. Because the house itself is supposed to be kind of idyllic and cartoony, right? But that is there saying things aren't right.
Yeah.
It's probably that simple. There was actually a Reddit AMA, I don't know if you saw that one, with one of the guys who worked on the set.
Really?
I didn't see the whole thing, but yeah, it happened.
He wasn't allowed to say a whole lot, unfortunately. But he said that there was a lot of theories out there, and pretty much none of them are anything. they just did a lot of this stuff, or at least he wasn't told if there was any deeper meaning to anything. They just did it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it kind of defeats the point of doing an AMA when you can't like be legally binded to say what it's for. So I mean, how much stock can you actually assume what that guy is saying is truth? Yeah. There's no correct theories out there. Wink, wink. Like, come on.
But there isn't. Like,
True. It's never. I mean, that's probably correct. There's nothing to be correlated upon with what's being put out on through the skits and to like what's happened, over the years and such.
I just have no faith in them ever doing anything that deep and overarching.
Yeah, I think it's pretty hilarious that they've came up with a caricature of Vince McMahon like that, with like blood dripping out of the side of his mouth with the devil horns and all that. Like, I think it's pretty bold that they were able to get that on TV. But does it mean he's actually the devil? No, of course not.
I mean, he might be.
Possibly.
If anyone's going to be the devil.
Possibly. But you never know. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like for somebody that just wasn't able to say much, you can't really take that much into consideration. Yeah, not much else happened on Raw. You actually think he's going to debut on Monday?
I think so. I think he was probably supposed to debut after the last big show, but then he had his baby.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that would have kind of put the brakes on there. So yeah, I think this is the time. And that last Funhouse was a lot kind of. It was just more when it was kind of. It seemed like if they were going to end it, that's a good way to end it.
Yeah. With everybody saying "join us" and all that, follow the leader.
It seemed quite final. They went a lot further. There was a Muscle Man dance as well.
There was, yeah.
That was fun.
I hope they have that on display at Access this year.
The set, the Funhouse.
Yeah. All the little tchotchkes and whatnot. That'd be great. Yeah, I'm not seeing much of anything else to talk about. We discussed the Drake Maverick, who actually got married. Let me see this tweet that I was linked to here. Oh my god. They actually blurred out one of the... Oh my god, really? This was from today, as of this recording, the 22nd, 9:16 this morning. My time, I believe, which would be 11 Eastern. Throw it up here. There you go. Not a fan of them blurring out whatever bottle of alcohol that is right there. Also, it looks like to be in I almost said strip club, but no, it looks to be just in a bar.
Yeah.
And maybe that's like EC3 off to the side here. Just cut off. Who was at the wedding?
He was the best man.
Yeah. Yeah, which I'm surprised, as a best man, he didn't make a play for the 24/7 title. As, he is one of those guys that was trying to chase after R-Truth, which, by the way, since we didn't do a show a couple weeks ago, Chucks was pointing out how... Oh my god.
Can you put that on the stream? Is there a gif of it or something?
Yeah, well, I'll get it. I just gotta find it. But yeah, I didn't see it. I missed it again because I've been kind of skimming on the first hour of Raw lately.
Oh, this was quite late into the show. This was the end.
Oh yeah, bit. Yeah, the end bit.
They all got out and then he ran back into the lift.
Either way, I didn't notice it.
Oh yeah.
Everyone else had to pretend like in that TNA Reverse Battle Royal that they couldn't get into the ring. Well, they couldn't get into the lift.
When they
especially
totally
EC3, who was stood right next to it, had to somehow wait for the doors to close while kind of just not going in.
Yeah.
A lift's doors will open again if you put your hand in there.
Yeah.
But everyone, despite being within like 3 feet of it, had to kind of trip over themselves to not get into the lift.
Yeah, here you go. Here's a shot of it.
There you go. Just watch EC3 here. He's like trapped behind a referee.
Yeah, like how is a referee
so
holding him back?
I can't make it. Oh no.
Yeah.
It goes on a little longer than that as well, with him going like holding his head. Oh, it's so close, I can't make it.
Yeah. Like that.
I mean, even if you press the button after the doors have shut.
Yeah, that's the other thing. You can hit the button again to open the door.
Yeah, it's true.
That's an idea that seemed great, but just poorly executed. Like every single one of them's a buffoon for not even getting an arm into the door or hitting the elevator.
Jose is there, like stopping other people getting in, but not trying to get in himself.
Yeah, Maverick's got his shoe. Yeah, he's got R-Truth's shoe here, and then Jose's grabbing after Maverick, and then Maverick's grabbing after him, and then I think it's Cedric Alexander there. Yeah, the whole thing's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
This is why AEW has a shot in the fall. Pretty much. But yeah, I didn't notice that at first. That was a good observation.
Yeah, I didn't see that first. In other news, Drake Maverick, whoever spelled him, he wasn't the only one to get married this weekend even. Nikki Cross got married to Killian Dane.
Nikki Dane.
There's a picture there if you can throw it up.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. Best wishes to them. Killian Dane was Big Damo in TNA for a little while.
He was.
And
Robbie Brookside there.
Yeah, Robbie Brooks.
you go. Cool.
That was in Glasgow today, so
Oh wow.
you have to think pretty speedy trip getting back to the. Where is it? Washington tomorrow, is it?
I think so. Yeah.
You'd assume Nicky's going to be there, if not.
Yeah, you'd think so.
Yeah.
All right. Well. Anything else?
Man, I'm sure there's a load of things. But
It's probably there.
Apparently, WrestlingNews.co was able to get a camera in Stephanie McMahon's face and asked him about AEW, and she said, "quote I think it's going to force everyone to be the best that they can." End quote.
Well, that's a terrible wrestling news website name.
Oh.
.co, yeah.
.co.
I try to report the facts that I have here. But yeah, I mean that includes WWE to be on their best game. You know, you can't be a slouch when a new company is, even if it's, you know, what looks to be like a second coming of TNA is on the rise. You know,
I think they're going to do much better than TNA.
Oh, I agree.
There's so much expectation now.
I agree.
Oh yeah, and they've got the money behind them.
Yeah, they've got a lot of money. Got a great TV deal.
Yeah.
And people are so down on WWE right now.
Yeah, well, that's
everyone wants them to succeed. It's like if NXT was put on a bigger scale.
Mm-hmm.
People actually want to get behind this.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Well,
that's a bit of sad news, actually. I don't know if anyone's heard of this. I've heard of the name, but I've never really followed his career. British wrestler Lionheart.
Oh yeah.
Found dead this week.
Yeah. I saw some people tweet about that a couple days ago. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I didn't really follow him much. I knew of him, but didn't really see much of him. But yeah, quite a few in WWE. I've worked with him in the past. And Pete Dunne, obviously being in the UK, I've obviously worked with him. But yeah, there's a bit of a shock to everyone, I think, because no one really saw it coming.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, man.
I think he was the ICW champion.
Yes.
Right.
And they've worked with a lot of current WWE. I know Finn Balor definitely done stuff for them, and yeah. So.
Okay. What was this?
That's a picture of Matt Hardy at Spud's wedding, I guess, looking a lot like Bret Hart.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh my God! Hold on, let me throw this up on the stream here. Yeah, there you go.
Jeremy Borash should put weight on as well.
Yeah.
It's like a TNA reunion, that photo.
Yeah. I kind of miss Borash, even though he did tell somebody to kill themselves. That's crazy. Yeah, congrats to them, man. Alrighty, I think that's gonna be it. The Fyter Fest, speaking of AEW, I think is next weekend. I believe. I think, right? Am I hallucinating?
28th, yeah, will be, yeah.
God, that's soon.
It's gonna be free on the Bleacher Report Live app, which
29th, sorry, 29th.
Okay. For those outside the U.S., the price is going to be £8.99, right?
Ooh. I'll still pay it though.
For the UK, $9.99 for Ireland, and $9.99 everywhere else on the Fight TV app.
Yeah, I got really excited actually. I see in the news this week it said ITV have come to a deal with AEW to show it live. And I thought, cool, it's going to be on ITV, and then it said no, they've just come to a deal with Fight TV to air it discounted.
Yeah.
I suppose it's better than nothing, but
It's true, yeah. So, we'll maybe preview that next week, and we'll also have the results of Stomping Grounds and see who's going to excel and who's going to take a tumble in the prediction game, as well as Bean's getting his lock in as well. So that's going to be it for us. Have a great weekend. Enjoy Stomping Grounds if you can. And we'll hopefully see you guys next week. Take care, everybody. Good night.